people. Welcome to the Magic Circle podcast, episode 5. Here with my friend Cami. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Gami. My Instagram is Gami_from the block.
Hey. So today we're here to talk about love, relationships, all of that good shit. All of that good stuff, that wholesome stuff. Yeah, man. What have you got to say before we get deep into it?
What do you like? In what sense?
So, give us like a brief background about yourself, maybe some relationship history as well. But don't go too deep. Save the good stuff for later.
Okay. Currently in a relationship.
Gang.
Well.
Gang.
What else is there to say? I'm a big fan of love. That's it for sure. I'm a hopeless romantic. For sure.
For sure.
Yeah, all that telenovela influence.
Oh yeah. For the people that don't know, Cam loves telenovelas, man. She been waiting for hers.
Been waiting for my telenovela, and it's coming true. So I'm excited. Minus all the drama, like the unnecessary drama.
Yeah. We don't need all that shit. But apart from that, everything else is going good, yeah. So would you like to tell us, yeah? I don't even know if people even remember this kind of stuff, but would you like to tell us when you had like your first kiss?
Oh yeah, I do remember my first kiss.
Okay, set the scene.
Little Gummy was about, I want to say 10 years old. I was 10 years old. Yeah,
Damn.
10 years. Yeah, she was out here.
Yeah, you're really out here. Yeah, go.
No, could you imagine? No, I was 10 years old. I was in Chile. I was on holiday. I was back home, and there was this boy that lived in the same block as me, as my grandma.
Yeah.
We liked him. And then we were all playing outside, and you know when they try to play like, oh, let's chase and then kiss and all of this, I was like, all right, say less, like let's play. But in my head I was like, oh, no one's gonna catch me anyway, so it's cool.
Yeah.
And he caught me, and so he gave me a kiss, and that was my first kiss.
What, he just on the lips?
Yeah, man, it's straight to it. A true Latin man.
You was looking at me and we was thinking, whoa, 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 whoa. Go to Marcus, go to Marcus, go to Marcus, go to Marcus, go, 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 go.
He was a man even though he was a kid. What?
He just kissed me, and I was like, all right, calm.
When you went home, were you like, wait, that actually happened?
Yeah, I did. I sat down and I was like, yo, like it happened.
Yeah, like that was real.
That was real, like, oh, okay. And I was like, so where do I go from here?
Yeah, like, do we hug next? Like, what?
Like, am I like, oh my gosh, do I have to get married now?
Yeah.
Catholic guilt.
Yeah, trust.
Oh my god, do I have to get married?
What?
What's
Look.
sick?
Can
Yeah.
I tell you something?
No, you can't tell me something right
Hey. Come
You
on.
by me. Can I tell you that? Are you busy? Yeah, clearly.
Yeah. Can I tell you
Tell
something?
No, you can't.
Wait, much love to bye, man. But yeah, man. Now let's get deep into the nitty gritty.
When's your first kiss, man? You're asking me.
Fam. This is bad, yeah. But I always tell my friends I actually don't remember.
Really?
I don't think this is something guys like remember, like, because girls always like treasure that kind of stuff, but I don't know.
How do you know? What? That's lame.
Like
How do you not know?
like a kiss, like just mwah, on the lips, like
Yeah.
nah.
Hey, do you
I-
remember your first serious kiss?
My first serious kiss. I think, yeah. My first serious, like, if
Yeah,
we're gonna
serious,
talk
like
about
that.
making out,
Yeah, that
Probably.
was grown.
yeah, like we grown.
Grown.
Probably, yeah, 9 or year 8. One of the two. I think we must have gone to one house party, me and the man them, and fam, I was a sight for sore eyes, innit? So I was just thinking, you know what? I'm not gonna get no things at this party, but it's cool. I'm a vibe, innit? So I'm there, and I start chatting to this girl, and we're calm. We go to the kitchen, yeah, and no one ever briefed me that like when girls like intently stare at you, that means come on, man, like don't say something. But here's me thinking, are you good? Like you're just bare looking at me, like what's going on? And then like she came closer, then we lipsed, and whilst we're lip-syncing, in my head there was this narrative playing out like rah rah rah, wait, like yo.
Do you remember that moment where you're like in your head, you have like an acceptance speech, like I just want to thank my parents.
Yeah. I want to thank my parents, I want to thank my pops, I want to thank my mom, my grandma. Listen, all the people back home, I couldn't have done this without you.
This was for you.
I was gassed, and then I lipsed another girl that night. So you can imagine I was double gassed.
No, you couldn't. 2-1, Joey. 2-1 for serious kisses. That.
Oh yeah, I can't lie. I was like, you know what? If I died tomorrow, I lived a good life. Like this life has been alright. Like this has been all worth it, man. But yeah, you know, I guess as well, what that leads into is when was your first like you seriously accepted this as like this is a serious like relationship? Like this is not no joke, man. Like year 7, like we went out for a week.
Like serious.
Like this is like like serious.
Like
yeah, like or it could even be like a little year 10, year 11, like getting to that stage.
I think I was like, yeah. This would be like sixth form, so I was like, year 12. How old are you in year 12? Like
17, 18, 17, yeah.
17. Yeah, when I was 17. Yeah, it was a messy one.
Swear down.
Yeah, 100. I feel like at that time, I thought I knew what relationships were, and I thought I knew like, oh, this is easy, this is calm. But then like, when you're young, you don't really like deep how your actions affect another person. You don't really deep what a relationship is.
Yeah.
It's messy. Like I was a very petty person. Listen, I was that girl. I was petty. Did not communicate at all. I was like, you're wrong because it was very that. And that lasted maybe a year on and off. Yeah, it was a year. It was toxic, so it was a year on and off.
Yeah, on and off, like a situationship kind of thing.
Yeah, 100. That didn't really like. That was like relationship, but actual as in like, you're in my life and I'm in your life. Mm-hmm. In the terms of long term, when did I meet him? I was 19. Yeah, 19 turning 20. And I was like, all right, calm, let's get into this relationship. And that lasted 2 years. And it was the worst 2 years of my life.
Oh, I can attest to that.
Worst 2 years of my life.
But you did have fun for a bit though, right?
Yeah, I did have fun for a bit, 100%. 100%. Yeah. I think that's one thing we have to learn, in the sense of that once a relationship is over, just because it's over, it doesn't mean that like you need to disregard the happy stuff. Like
the good times.
Bad terms. And on bad terms, was it toxic as hell? It was toxic as hell. And like, however, like at the beginning, like I genuinely, like I wouldn't have stayed if I didn't genuinely feel something for that person. And I did.
Would you call it love?
No.
That's gonna be a yikes from me, dog. That's gonna be a yikes from me.
I wouldn't call it love. I think it was more lack of loving myself.
Okay, explain.
Loving them. I feel like I feel like I was in that relationship and I put up with a lot more things than I should have because I didn't love myself as much as I should have. I feel like I've learned throughout the years. I've learned now, mainly more now. After I got out of that relationship, was more like, you say you love yourself, but do you really?
Do you really? And how do you really? Like, my main question, especially not even just for this pod, but for myself, is how can you tell? Yeah, like, I have healed enough from previous relationships and I've healed enough from like previous traumas that I can now step into a relationship and be with someone now?
I think you never really know. I feel like you never really know. Like, I think you need to dedicate time. It's like physiotherapy. It's like if you get injured in a sport and then you go into physiotherapy and you need to do these exercises on a regular just so that your muscles and like everything can be repaired. But then you never really know if it's truly repaired until you're back in your first game. Does that make sense?
Yeah, nah, that's true. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, that
like,
makes sense.
yeah, so it's like, okay, now I need to put everything I did with physiotherapy into practice now, and I have to see like,
That's a sick analogy, because to be fair, because you just be scared of playing your first game all this time, like, oh man, I don't want to get injured again, man. Like, oh.
yeah, like what my knee pops, blah 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 blah, and it's just like, well, I need to trust that the work I did in physiotherapy is gonna like show when, like, the result is gonna show when I'm playing the game. So then I think that's the same with like healing yourself from a past relationship. And it's like, okay, well, if you really take the time to see where did I go wrong and where did this person go wrong, what can I improve, and what am I going to set as a new standard now?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. But I won't know until I'm actually with a person.
To
like,
see if you've learned. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And to see if it's like, am I going to put up with this or am I going to put up with that? You know?
And what are your base kind of standards? Like, what do you, I guess, yeah, what do you need in a relationship? What are the very minimum requirements that you need from someone?
I feel like everyone across the board, male, female, heterosexual, homosexual, whatever, like your sexual orientation.
Yeah.
I feel like the basic requirements is reciprocation of energy. And you need to have the same kind of energy. Like if I'm giving you all of me, I need you to give me all of you too. In a healthy manner, of course. We both need to give it in a healthy, balanced manner. But it can't be I'm giving you more love or I'm giving you more time than you're giving me that. No.
Yeah, no.
And then communication for sure. Like you need to, come on, like no one's psychic. No one's gonna know if something's bothering you if you don't explain it. You know what I mean? It's just like, especially it's like in this day and age, I feel like everything's subtweeted. No one's ever upfront about that stuff. Like no one can ever just say like, hey.
No one at you.
No one at you. And it's just like, I feel like when you're in a relationship, you go at the person and be like, listen, this bothered me. If it's like, if you care enough, you're gonna tell them. It's as simple as that. Like if you actually care about the relationship and you care about the person, no matter how much it's gonna hurt them, not even hurt them. Like if I tell my current partner now, if I say it in this way, it might be a bit too blunt or it might hurt his feelings. Or I could just lie to him and just not tell him at all. But then down the line, he might find out and he'll be like, yo, why didn't you just say? So I feel
Do you
like
think there's like, when you're telling someone something, like you do have to respect your partner. So let's say if it's like, no, I disagree with you, man. Like, but there's a good way of like, telling them something without, being too abrasive and like too like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100. I feel like everybody's just, there's a lot more self-centered. Everything's more self-centered. It's like, my feelings are hurt and I'm triggered and I'm da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, I get you, but so is everybody else.
Amen. Nah, that's fact.
There's more people to this. And it's like, it's okay. Everything you feel is completely valid. However, you're with someone. And I feel like sometimes I need to check myself. Sometimes I need to be like, yo, sis, like, I get it. Maybe you're annoyed or maybe this, and this. However, are you going to lead with anger or annoyance, or are you going to lead with love? And I feel like a lot of people lead with pride and ego and the emotion of whether you're angry or hurt or just annoyed and irritated. Like you lead with that rather than going, wait, this is someone I love. I need to lead with love. Whether I'm upset, yes, that's calm. But the way I approach it is always with love.
And you need to, I feel like nowadays, you need to, especially with your past relationships, you need to, like you said, like you need to analyze where did things go wrong, where did things go right. And I feel like people these days, like when asked, you're like, nah, I hate my ex. She did all this A, B, C, D, or he did A, B, C, D. And it's like, you need to, like with all things, like if we're going to use a sports analogy again, if you played your last game and let's say you're balling out and you're shooting bad shots, and it's like, you know what? It can't just be the fault of everyone else while you're shooting badly, you know what I'm saying? You kind of need to look introspectively as well and think, you know what, I need to change up. So like, yeah, man, what do you think about like reflecting on past relationships and think, you know, some things are good, some things are bad, and some things are generally my fault as well?
I feel like everybody needs to self-reflect. Like, I feel like we need to stop for a second, even if it's just for a second, and just analyze ourselves. It's like, okay, sure, I've been done dirty. I've been, you know, put to the side. I've been XYZ. However, there's always a reason behind things. Not like you have to excuse the other person's actions. It's not that. It's more like, all right, let's how I can analyze this so that next time you have no reason to do XYZ, or I can now understand why maybe the arguments go even like are more accelerated and more exaggerated because maybe I have my pride or I have my wall up. Why do I have that? And it's just like, you need to sit down and analyze. And it's like, it's not fair to expect someone to come to the table with everything prepped. Like, I have my emotions in check, I have my finances in check, I have all these factors in check, but you don't even do that for yourself. Like, I feel like with me, when I was going to get into this next relationship, like this, the one I'm in now, I like stopped for a while and was like, am I gonna do this for real and like really have everything in check, or am I just doing this to mess with someone's like time? Like, I don't want to mess with anyone's time. So it was like, are you genuinely in check? And it was like, yeah, I am. Like, I have my emotions in check. I know where I can go wrong. I have all the external factors too in check. So it's like, calm. I won't bring more trauma to someone because I'm traumatized, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Like, what's that saying? Like, don't bleed on someone else or whatever, like, because you're cut up.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, I don't want to do that. So it's like, are you completely healed for you to then add to someone's life rather than drain them and rather than just make it worse? Because it's like, nothing is worse than being with someone that's just insecure about the relationship when you had no reason to be. So it's like, if your partner constantly cheats on you, you have every reason to be insecure about that partner. But then if you get into another relationship and this person isn't like that, then that insecurity, you need to check it, because it's like, right, I'm like this because of my past experience. How can I fix that with this current experience that's clearly doesn't have anything to do with the past one? And on top of that, the actions are completely different.
And how do you... No, it makes a lot of sense. In fact, I wish somebody had told me that before, because that's something I struggled with. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I just never really felt secure enough in myself to think I can hold down like a relationship. I always thought like, nah, I'm not good enough. She's just gonna probably go off with someone else, you know what I'm saying? But like, what advice would you have for like just being secure in yourself and knowing, you know, sometimes the worst won't always happen. Sometimes somebody genuinely loves you and they won't cheat on you. Like, for real.
Sometimes someone just wants to be with you.
Yeah, trust.
I think, okay, my advice would be, and I would also give it to myself.
Yeah.
Like, I wished I told younger me this.
Yeah.
I think it would be like, Gami, it's okay to have, like, it's okay to be somewhat traumatized about a past relationship. It's okay to go through those emotions, but let yourself feel those emotions. Let yourself go through it in the sense of like, okay, it's over now, but I'm still hurt, I'm still upset, I'm still angry about it. It's like, let yourself go through it, but don't then make it become an excuse for you. So it's like, okay, you're hurt, but then don't always use it as an excuse for now your toxic behavior and not taking accountability for yourself. So then when you're in a new relationship, you can always just be accountable for yourself. And it doesn't matter if this new person isn't going to be Prince Charming. Like, okay, maybe it will be great, and you'll have a healthy relationship for months and months and months. But then don't beat yourself up if it doesn't work because you did the work on yourself. The work still counts. It's just it wasn't the person. So it's like, just be secure in yourself and be secure in on the work on yourself and your internal, like everything internal. Just be secure, and like when you feel a little bit insecure, communicate it and like let yourself go through it rather than just brushing it under the rug. Like actually address it. Like for me, if I was to say something to my partner now and I'm like, you know what, like I'm insecure about XYZ, I would say it. Like it might be embarrassing or it might be for myself, my pride. I'd be like, why am I telling you this?
Yeah, nah, but it's
in every way.
Like you said, yeah, nah, dead ass. Like communication is key, and also
communication is key, and it's just like it's okay. Like sometimes I think as well, people need to know when it's a you issue. If it's a you issue, sometimes it's not even like everybody else. Sometimes it's a you issue.
It's a you issue, yeah.
So it's just like, if I feel some kind of way about something, but really and truly, logically, it makes no sense. It's a me issue, and it's something I need to sort out. It's not something that someone else. It's not like if I feel insecure about something, and it's genuinely just me, and it's not based on actions, and it's not based on like actual evidence, then it's like I can't then ask for my partner to give me some kind of reassurance or like change up their act when really and truly they haven't done anything to make me feel that insecure in the first place. So it's like, hold up, why do you feel insecure? What's the past things you've had? And then look into it and fix it. And like just do it for yourself, because then in the long term, you'll just feel better about yourself. It's not even about the other person's life. Sometimes make yourself happy and make yourself secure so that when you're with someone, you don't drain them of their energy, and you don't drain, like, you want to add to the energy, not drain them.
Straight up.
They want to babysit you.
Because straight up, honestly, like going into relationships damage just because you see everyone else on Insta, Twitter in a relationship, and you're like, yeah, I'm finally in a relationship, and you realize it's a lot of work. It's a flower that needs to be watered.
It's actually a lot of work. I think that whole social media perception, the whole social media perception of relationships is so distorted and so messed up, and I feel like everyone has one kind of agreed definition on what love is, and it's like, that's not what love is. This is ego speaking. This is like, I want you all to see how great my relationship is on a public platform, rather than like it being something genuine. That for me, I never really like cared for being like, don't get me wrong, it's nice when your partner shows you off. Like I never cared for it in the beginning, because I used to think like, oh, like I don't need that validation in a sense. But then when it actually happens, it's like, oh, that's lovely. But it's for you and for them. Like, it's for you and your partner. Sometimes it's not about the social media. Like, I don't want everybody to see how happy I am. It's like, no, I just want you to see I'm proud of being in a relationship with you. But not everyday couple posts. Sometimes, every once in a while, it's just like, I'm in love, and I like to showcase my happiness in love on my social media. And that's okay. But I feel like everybody has this distorted definition of love that's just
like this whole like goals thing about we need to work out together, we need to travel together, but under the like when the cameras aren't there, when you're not on Insta, when you're not on Twitter, what's that really like? Because people don't show the bad sides of relationships. So like you said, it's very distorted.
Yeah, it's like everybody wants this picture perfect relationship where it's like, yeah, we go on vacations and like we work out together and like we have meal plans. We have Liz in her robes.
Get out of here, man.
But then it's like, I would love to genuinely sit down with this person and be like, what makes you happy in this relationship besides all these external things, like emotional? Because I feel like the emotional connection you have with someone, you can never really demonstrate physically. Because if someone was to ask me like, oh, why do you love your partner now? It's just like, it's more emotions. It's more like, oh, why do I love my partner? And then you break it down and it would never link into like, oh, it's because we do these things together, or it's because we do da-da-da-da-da. It's like, no, it's because of how they make me feel. That's why I love them. And then that's where I feel like going back to the whole definition of love, people think the external things that are being shown on social media is what love is. Whilst really and truly, like, the definition of love is really selfish
Yeah,
for me.
I vaguely remember us having this conversation before. What was it that you were saying about this that love is selfish? Yeah.
Okay. There's always this saying that everyone goes around always saying, it's like, oh, love is selfless, love is blind, love is blah 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 blah. Okay, and it's like, okay, cool. Not the Bible quote. I'm just saying, like, in general, the whole like love is selfless quote. For me, that's just a lie. I think love is selfish because it's how you feel. It's everything based on you. It's just another person makes you feel that way. That's it. Like, it's not that like you,
Those feelings.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that person makes you feel that way, and it's only ever gonna affect you. It's never gonna affect your mom, your dad, your priest, and the baker down the street. It's just not gonna do that. It's gonna affect you. So whether you're happily in love, you feel that happiness in the love. If you're upset and you're heartbroken because of love, you feel that heartbrokenness, and the other party might not. Maybe the other party does feel happy in love with you, or they break your heart, but they don't feel no kind of way about it. So it's like, it's very selfish. However, selfish love, the love itself is selfish, but the actions you do out of love is selfless.
It's selfless. Yeah.
Because everything is how you feel and it's how you want it to be. So it's like, I want him to be happy. Like, I want Leo to be happy. So how am I going to make him happy? With selfless acts. So I'll be like, okay, I'll get him this, or I'll do this for him, or I'll be there for him and for these moments, or whatever. But it's always for him. Everything I'm going to do to show him that I love him is like selfless.
And that's the thing, I guess, like with guys especially, and you know, I don't know if girls catch on to this, but with guys, I don't think it's hard to please guys. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not. I think with girls, you need to be really specific and tailor to each individual girl that you're with. But with guys, yeah, you do need to cater to individuals, but it's really simple. Like, you don't really need to do much. And I feel like
men don't really like. I think men just like feeling loved. They just
no, honestly, and no man them will admit to this, but man them love to be loved and feel appreciated and feel like, you know, I got someone to hold me down. They're not gonna leave. They're loyal. All of this, they're all for me.
Simplicity behind it all.
Yeah.
Whilst like with girls, we like the details. So like, for me, as much as I'd say, I'm like, nah, I'm a fuck. I don't need this. I mean, if you get me something personalized and you like really put thought into it, I would be like, oh my heart.
yeah, for real.
However, if I was to like get Leo something with the coordinates of a specific place according to he would look at me and be like,
are you mad? Why did you waste your money?
They will. You know what I mean? If he got me like a star constellation, like, you know when you can get a star for someone.
Yeah, oh yeah, I've seen that.
I'll be like, wow, like, thank you, blah 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 blah. Like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, that's such a grand gesture. And then for him, if I did that to him, he'll be like, what do I do with this star? Like, okay.
This has no value. Nah, guys are stupid, man. Madam are stupid, but it's true though, and I guess as well. And this is an important conversation to have. Like, you, Cam, are someone with a lot of guy friends, I being one of them. And what is it like for guys that you've dated and maybe current as well? I don't wanna put my nigga Leo on the highlights, but what is it like for them to have to accept that, you know what, I've got a lot of guy friends, and for that not to jeopardize the relationship?
I think the first thing,
like, how do you reassure them?
Yeah, the first thing you have to do if you're a girl that has a lot of male friends is just say it straight up. Be like, hey, I feel like that's the first thing you need to, like, one of the first few things that you need to lay down when they're getting to know you. Like, because then later on, if all your guy friends start showing up and they'll be like, who are these guys?
The hell, like, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, now I have nothing to hide. These are all my brothers. This is how
Yeah.
they are. This is how I am. So if you love me and you love how I am, the
Yeah.
way I am, I just naturally have more male friends. That's just how it is. Da, 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 da. In the past, I've had people that are hella insecure about it, don't like it, which I find so strange. I find it so strange. Like, I get it, but I don't.
I
Because-
was like that, to be fair, but on now that I look back on it, it's I shouldn't. You know what I mean? You reflect and you think that's a real stupid way of thinking.
Yes, because it's like if I wanted to be with this guy, or if I wanted to be with his XYZ, all 5 friends of mine, I would have by now.
Yeah,
By now, I
yeah,
would have.
trust. Yeah,
Like, do you think I don't have the self-control? Like, do you not think I have the, like, no, oh, it's a male, I don't know how to act. Like, come on, man. It's
but
the
Cam,
same.
you need to remember with guys, like you said, it's an ego thing. So it's like another guy is chilling with my girl, and also, unless obviously your boyfriend knows your guy friends from before, they'll be like, I don't know this guy. This guy doesn't owe me like anything.
True. Honestly, like, I don't, with Leo, he has female friends too. And because I've come from a place where, like, I have more friends of the opposite gender,
Yeah.
I can't say anything. Like, for me personally, I can't say anything. Like, not that I can't say anything. It's just like, I'm more aware of how I conceive. Like, I'm more aware of their friendship. So it's like,
Yeah.
if this is a genuine friendship, I have no right to say anything. I'm like, that's your
Yeah.
boy, that's whatever, have a good day. If it's someone I don't know and it's someone like, all of a sudden they're popping up, I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, hold on, I don't know this person. Hold on.
I need to know their story, background
Yeah,
checks.
no, like, what? How long have you been friends for? Like,
Yeah.
of course, 100. But I
Yeah.
feel like with him, he's the same with me because it's like we're very, in a way. Honestly, I don't know. I've never really asked his true opinion about it. But like, he's never given me no issues. Comparing him to like past relationships, he's not giving me any issues about having male friends. Like,
So it's
at all.
probably a self-esteem thing. Like he's also probably secure in himself, knowing it's calm. Like, she likes me, I like her. She's not gonna do a mad thing. Like, it's alright.
100. It's just like, if I like you, I like you. And I think it's also down to like your personality. So for me, I'm more aggressive.
That's it.
Well, I'm
Aggressive.
one of the guys. Do you know what that? One of the guys. I'm
Yeah, one of
more-
the man them. Just say it. Just say it.
I don't want to because I'm cute too. But like,
Just say it, man. Listen, for everyone watching, Cammy's one of the man them, man. Don't let her fool you.
I look nice now. I got my makeup on now, but like, really and truly, like, I'm
Yeah.
fucking off. Like, like, yeah, okay. You know what? I'm just one of the boys. Like, for real, I am just one of the boys. However, my personality, the way I am and the way I like present myself to my man is a complete 180 flip because I like you and I want
Yeah.
you to see me as a girl. Whereas with these guys, they look at me and be like, you have no sex appeal. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But with him, I want him to see me that way. Therefore, I will put in the extra effort. So I think when your personality is like that, and then they can see how you change because it's them, not it's. So for like Leo, I think I show him I care about your opinion, I care about your validation more than these men because these men are just my boys.
Yeah.
If these guys are like, oh, Cam, you look biased. But, and
Yeah.
okay.
That's not the first time I've heard this, guys.
Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
I'm not really looking for their approval. I'm just chilling with you, man. I don't want your approval.
Do you
Nothing.
care if your boyfriend and your man them are friends? Like, should they integrate?
Yeah, but not. They shouldn't be friends like that. If that makes sense.
I did not like too close, but
Yeah, because it's like those are my friends, man.
yeah, like you don't want to share it.
I don't want to share my friends. But for me, I don't want to share his friends either. I'm like, your friends are your friends, my friends are my friends. We can get along with our friends, 100%. I'll get along with your friends, no problem. Like, they're my acquaintances,
Yeah.
but they're your friends, not
Yeah.
mine. So it's just like, you know, we can chill. If he has like a friend, if there's a friend that I can get along better with, like if he has one friend that I get along really well with and I just want to chill one-on-one, then yeah, okay, cool. But it's not like, it doesn't need to be forced. It
Yeah.
has to be naturally, and it has to be like genuine because me and them were cool and we can see how we can vibe, and it's like, oh, we can have a friendship, but because we want the friendship, not
Yeah.
because our only common factor is Lil.
Yeah, because we've got something like other
Yeah,
than
listeners,
the
like,
common denominator kind of thing.
no need. So it's like with him, it's like, yeah, I want you to get along with my friends, and they're hella cool. But if you don't want to be that friend and they're boys, don't worry. You don't
Yeah,
have to.
like,
That's even better for me. Like, that's calm.
yeah, man. Do you reckon music taste is a big factor in a
Yeah.
relationship? Yeah.
100. 100. Before, I used to be that person that was like, no, it's okay. No, that's a lie. That's a straight
It's
up
not
lie.
okay.
It's not. I think music taste tells you so much about someone. It actually tells you so much.
Really?
more.
Like, go into detail. Like, what do you mean?
I think so. For me,
Mhm.
if I meet someone that has like a wide range in what they like to listen to, I automatically see them as like, you're open-minded. You're open-minded enough to enjoy different forms of art, different forms of expressions of art in the same medium. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that's cool. Like, I like you.
Yo,
Not
that's a
everybody-
cold way to say it. I rate that. Different forms of art in the same medium. Yeah, that's wavy.
Yeah, see,
Bars.
copyright that.
Bars. Hey.
So I think that's cool. I was like, yo, you're a cool person because you just wanna experience everything, and I
Yeah.
like that. However, if you just like one kind of genre, and then I'm really like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a snob. If you like one kind and it's a specific kind of genre that me personally I can't vibe with, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Whilst like before my past relationship, this dude, he just like drill. We just drill every day, all day, 24/7 in the car, and I'm like, can we not change it up a bit? Like,
Turn that shit off. Fuck's sake.
sometimes not every day let's stab man. Like, sometimes let's just listen to some nice love music. Like, I don't know, like something smooth.
Sometimes let's listen to some Timbo, some Justin Timberlake just to hold you down.
Like, come on, some Justin Timberlake. Let's listen to, I don't know, some BTS. Like,
Trust me.
something different. Like, just something different. Something for my ears. Just something else. Not that I don't like drill. It's just like, then in a way, me seeing that you just like this one genre and you go hard for this genre and only this genre. Not that, I'm not saying like you can't like one genre specifically. I'm saying that if you just like one genre and you're so set in that ways, and it's that genre but with like certain artists, and you don't even look at other people and how they can like express their art through that genre, it's
Yeah.
like,
But we can't really.
now you're boring, and now that you're just showing me that you're so set in your ways, and you just think, yeah, this is the best, blah 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 blah, which is fair enough. But it's like, if music was supposed to be one way, we wouldn't have all these other genres.
All these other types
We
of.
would just have one genre for the rest of our lives. That's it. But no, music isn't supposed to be like that. And like, you have what, trap jazz now? Like, come on.
Yeah.
People mix them
Music is
mad.
just fluid, man. It's just always changing and evolving.
Exactly. And it's just like, and I feel like people should be able to do that, because it's like, I think it's magical seeing people be able to look into a genre and like do something different. Like, when you see an artist and they can do something different with that one genre that you love so much, and you're like, yo, that's cold. I think that's
Yeah.
magical. I'm like, that you
That
said,
is.
your
Yeah.
brain, rate it.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, 100.
I think it's just magical in general when, especially on the topic of love, when you're with someone, yeah, and you play a song, you don't know if they've heard it, and you just automatically start singing the lyrics together. You're like, oh, you know the song.
Yes. Like, I don't think you understand. You know what's even more magical? When they send you music you have never listened to in your life.
And it bangs as well.
And it bangs, and you're like, this is great. And like, I love you.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think I'm a sucker. Because if you send me a tune that I don't expect anyone else to listen to, but you listen to it, I'm like, can I propose tomorrow if that's possible?
Yeah. For real. Like, one thing that I really love, like, I love this guy. Like, I don't care. I sound so wet, but I love this man. Like, we can vibe to salsa like it's nothing, and I like that. Like, I can send him salsa songs and just vibes to it, and I'm like, you know what? You are the man I'm gonna marry.
Yeah. It'd be like that though.
It'd be like that. Like, I think when you can't enjoy something so simple like music, it's like, is it even worth it anymore? Not that it's okay. That's, but it's like,
Like this needs to end.
yeah, like come on. Even okay, but this is the thing. Even if they're stuck in one genre, but you're stuck in one genre too, but that's the same genre, then you vibe.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be I'm open-minded and you're open-minded. It's like I love this one genre so much. Oh, me too. Then you
Yeah.
can enjoy it together.
You can, yeah, and it's just like it's just your guys' thing kind of thing.
Like, listen, these heavy metal rock couples, I rate them.
They do their thing, man.
They
Honestly.
go to their concerts and they genuinely have a great ass time enjoying this one like art form together, and that's beautiful. It doesn't matter if they don't listen to hip hop, jazz, or neo soul, whatever. Like they only stick to their rock, heavy metal, but at least they're doing it with their partners, and it's something that you both enjoy, and it's something so simple.
Nah, for real, man. Honestly, for real. And Cam, it's been wavy having you on the Magic Circle podcast, man. Giving us mad insights, mad bars, couple quotables in here. If people want to take them, you have to credit Cam, obviously.
Of course, always.
Yeah, man.
Have you seen that Janae Aiko was like, I don't compete, I complete. I'm like, oh.
Oh yeah, when you're saying it to Big Sean, I don't compete, I complete.
And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I have better bars.
Jenna Aiko, if you're watching this, you got 24 hours to respond.
I was to respond, could you imagine?
Honestly, nah, but it's been good, man. Thanks, Cav. It's been great, man. This is the end of the Magic Circle podcast. Peace, people.
Break through, sing, you are new.